Hey, yo, you ready? Let's do it. Yeah. Come on. I'm the definition of half man, half drug.
Oh man, that feels really good. That feels really good. It's great to be back here in Beatty's beautiful domicile, back in the Bat Cave, here with another episode of Lawn Chair Talk, and it's gonna be a good one. I mean, we kind of had a little bit of a hiatus. We did a little bit of a crazy schedule. We had the flu go through and kick a bunch of dudes in the teeth on the team. We had 2 series that got moved up in the week that we had to go play early. And speaking of that, we got another one coming up this week.
School's
crazy. School's crazy. So sorry for the delay, guys, but we are back in business. We're back ready to go.
Lawn Chair Talk,
baby. Season 2, episode. I'm gonna go
this
8,
one.
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited to be back, and we've got a lot to cover. We got a lot to catch you guys up on. The Doane Tigers are rolling. The ball's rolling. This train is chugging along, man. It's been a great start to the year, and we're looking to build off of what we've already done, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, without further ado, welcome back.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
We're back, and as Garrett said, we got a lot of stuff for you guys today. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Talk about some Doane baseball, and this week coming up. I guess tomorrow. I don't know when this will be posted, but tomorrow for us, it's Wednesday, the 25th, right now. The 26th and 27th, we have 4 games against Clark University. Should be a good series. We played them last year for a 4-game set. 4 quality games. We went 3-1. They fought, and they had a good team last year. So I think this year, as far as we know, same sort of situation. They're going to be scrappy. They're going to find ways to get on base. They got a staff that is able to fill it up well. So we got to come out swinging. We can't get too complacent and just think that we're going to walk in with a sweep, right? So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I know everyone's pumped up to get it going after getting ranked this past week and having a big win last week. I think it's carried some momentum, and we just got to make sure that we're riding the wave in the right way, Yeah. We can't get too cocky out there. We're just playing our game. We're just playing our game.
Yeah, I think that leads us perfectly into going back. Let's take a little step back and go back to the beginning of the season. So I think before we even had the last episode, we were supposed to play Kansas Wesleyan.
Yes.
We were supposed to play Kansas Wesleyan in a 3-game set. Ended up getting pushed back to a 1-game series, possibly 2, and then ultimately got canceled because of the snow that they got down in Salina. So we ended up already starting off the season with a bang, basically getting canceled against a quality opponent, as far as we know, as far as the media has been telling us. So we had our first series, and our first series was going to be on a plane trip to Houston, Texas, where we would then drive to Victoria. A little bit of the backstory on how we got to the airport. It was an interesting morning for the Lawn Chair Talk crew. Shout out to Gabe Rodriguez and Joshua Sotelo for joining us on the trip up to the airport. And let me just put it this way, we got a good scenic route. I'm pretty sure we toured the whole metropolitan area of Omaha and Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we had to be at the airport at about
10:30, I think.
10:30. And we were gonna carpool with one of our buddies that lives in Omaha, and we were gonna ride up there with him so we didn't have to park at the airport. Turns out, I ended up clicking on his address, and it led me to a house in Lincoln, and I didn't realize it until we got to the house that it was in Lincoln. So we had, I think, an hour to get to the airport, and we were about an hour and 20 minutes away from the airport.
Yep.
So I was flooring it. I was flooring it pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Mom, if you're watching this, sorry. I was definitely going at least 20 over the entire way there. And honestly, if I got pulled over, it was probably 15 15 to life, honestly, for that speeding ticket.
Yeah,
But,
the rest of us wouldn't be going to Houston.
Yeah, and then we'd be losing 2 of our starters and a closer for Houston.
Yeah.
And but we ultimately get to what I thought was the airport. Turns out I went to the Omaha Regional Airport, which is a private airport out in northwest Omaha,
Very small.
was another 20 minutes away from the actual airport.
Yeah.
So I believe when we finally got to the Omaha airport, it was about 11 o'clock, maybe. So Coach O, shout out to you. Shout out to Coach Engel for allowing us to continue on to the plane. Even
And
though we were
GNAP.
GNAP, shout out GNAP, and young Gerald as well.
Yeah, young Gerald, shout out.
For allowing us to go with the team on the airplane, although we were about 30 to 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
So any of you college kids, I don't advise you be 30 to 45 minutes late to your own flight. Luckily, we were flying commercially, so it was not going to leave until it was actually going to leave. Versus if you have a bus and you got the show up time, you better be there on time, or else the bus is going to take off. So
yeah, definitely a lesson for those viewers out there that are new to college ball. You definitely want to show up on time for the bus. You definitely want to show up on time for anything that you do. However, it also, another lesson is to definitely plan out the trip ahead of time. Maybe know where the guy lives.
Yeah.
And you know what? Garrett threw up the hand of accountability.
Right here.
It was right there.
Right there the whole time.
Right there the whole time.
Yeah.
And I respected him for that because, in other situations, I mean, he could have been really mad and just been like, I'm not throwing up the hand. And it would have been an even worse trip. But you know what? After that, it got going. Me and Gabe definitely had some issues after that. Overall, the trip was great as far as how we played.
So we got down to Houston. We got to play Wayland Baptist and Victoria.
Yeah,
for two games each.
2 ranked teams.
Yeah.
We ended up splitting on the weekend. Definitely felt like, and the 2 losses were 1-run losses. So I mean, we definitely competed well, especially for our first weekend under our belt. And for those guys, they'd already played at least 4 games. I want to say,
I think at least,
if not more. So I mean, it was definitely good for us to have good weather and get to play some ball. And as I said before, we competed well. Found a way to win 2 games out there against 2 solid teams. And then, another story with it would definitely be me and Gabe. As Garrett mentioned, Gabe was riding with us. He's also Garrett's roommate, a very close friend of ours. Me and Gabe, basically, we both are starters. We both were slated for the second day. And the first day, what the 2 starters do is they chart the guys who are pitching.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do a very good job at it because we only charted our pitchers and not their pitchers. So that night we had to chart the entire game over again from the live stream. No offense, Victoria A&M, you have a awful live stream. No offense, but it's not great. Great ball club.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, great ball club, but I mean, the live stream's terrible. I could not tell what pitch was being thrown, who was up to bat, anything like that. Just could not see. So anyways, we had to do that over again, and me and Gabe ended up throwing 2 good games.
Yeah, no, I mean, game 1, Crawford went out there, and he fought his ass off, honestly. He
really did.
Hit around a little bit, but he got settled down, got us through 5, and then old
G.
Klein got the call to the bullpen. I
He
said,
sure
all right.
did.
I said, you got it, Coach E. I'll go mosey on down there and see what we can give our Tigers here today. And then got a very eventful 2-inning save.
Oh yeah,
First
save of
Garrett Klein's entire career,
whole life,
high school, pre-high school,
T-ball,
college, T-ball, rec ball, wiffle ball, any type of ball, first save. So
basketball, football,
football, basketball, beach volleyball, golf. First save though in all those sports combined. So it was a big moment. It was a big moment for me. Shout out to Bryant Asnikar, the old skipper.
Yeah,
he was a closer himself, so I had to make Slammers and him proud.
Sure did.
Did. And then we got game 2. We actually faced a hell of an arm from Victoria. I mean,
very talented.
For you guys that don't know much about NAIA baseball, you think that this is just a cakewalk for our hitters. We saw 95. We saw 96 with like 5 pitches. So I forget his name off the top of my head.
Jones.
Yeah, Jones for A&M Victoria. We actually jumped on him pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
We roughed him up a little bit early in the game, and once he got settled, it was a pitching masterclass, to be honest with you. He did a good job of getting his team deep in the game.
It was fun to watch.
He was really solid, and they had a good team. They swung it well, and at the end of the day, it was a 1-run loss, so it's not the end of the world. But obviously, we wanted to get that one as well. Jonathan Jones is his name. So I mean, the guy got 6 innings after giving up 5 in the second, 5 in the first 3 innings. So it was good for him to give us a little bit of a taste of what elite pitching looks like. I think that we needed that.
Yeah.
I think it certainly has helped us throughout
the
remainder of the
too,
season.
yeah.
Like, I'd rather see that early on versus we face a bunch of low-level kind of mid-tier guys, and then we get thrown 95 in our face and we're a little bit caught off guard. But and then obviously, like you said, Day 2 came around. Gabe gave us an amazing start.
He did.
Guy gave us 6 quality innings. And Waylon Baptist also had a dude that gave 5 or 6 quality innings as well.
Yeah.
And that game was super low scoring. Ended up going to extras. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get timely hitting going, and it was just another 1-run loss.
Yeah, I mean, one of those games early on where, you just aren't able to finish the job, and it's no, discredit to us or to them necessarily either. I mean, both teams played well. Obviously, Wayland found a way to win that game. So, I mean, obviously that's a game that, later on in the season you look at and you're like, you got to win that, right? And I don't think it's going to hurt us in the long run. I think it's definitely a teachable moment as to where, we got to, those kind of games, you just got to find a way to win. It's those gritty, kind of tough, low-scoring games where both pitchers are just, throwing their ass out. And, you just got to find a way to make something happen. And so overall, and then it carried into the next game, and we did a great job of bouncing back from that loss and being able to beat Victoria for that Game 4. I got the start on that one.
Hell of a job.
Through well.
He won't say it, but I'll say it. He did a hell of a job. 5 scoreless. Or maybe 1 run, I think. 1 run.
1 run.
Yeah,
through,
1 run on 5.
Yeah.
And we just came out swinging the damn bat.
We did.
And we had old Austin Elke coming out the back end
Sure
of it.
did.
And Carter
Got a
Naven
taste.
coming out the back end.
Yeah, I got his first taste of college baseball, so shout out to Elke, man. He, had to shake out the jitters a little bit.
And then it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for a freshman to come out there for his first weekend in college ball and be able to pitch, I mean, that's huge. So I know it was a very good or exciting moment for him, and I'm sure he'll remember it for a while. And, I think, he had to settle in a little bit, and I think it's going to carry on for the rest of the year to be able to just kind of say, okay, now I know what it's all about. I know I can compete at this level and, be a little more free and easy, going on later on. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, you always know, even it happens for guys that are experienced college baseball players. You get that first outing, you got to get those jitters out, and for some guys it's a little easier than others. But I think that he did a great job in getting settled, and he's going to have a lot of opportunities coming forward where he can step up and get big outs for us. And it's been a unique situation for us up to this point. Because we haven't played many 9-inning games, so our bullpen hasn't been used a whole lot yet.
No.
But that's just because we haven't really gotten deep into games yet where we needed to use 3 or 4 bullpen arms in a game. And that's also a shout-out to our we got a nice All-State ad here. Yeah. We're going to Disney World as well.
we're going to Disney.
How about? But, no, yeah, this is a great ad. This is a great ad. No, but It's a credit to our starting pitching. I mean, our starting pitching has been phenomenal. Even our not-so-great outings have been super quality, like getting us deep into games, you know what I mean? And then you got guys like Cade Bridges stepping up and coming and getting 3.5 innings out of the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's big time. And obviously, just being able to close out games that have been tight have been big for us, too. We've had a couple one-score games and just been able to close the door. That's something that I think a lot of teams struggle early on, and it's good to see that our guys come out and we can get those big outs when we need them. And that's going to mean a lot going down in the end of the season when you get in those tough games in conference where you're trying to really, really tack on those important games in the schedule. You can kind of trust on guys to go in and get the job done. So, but then going into the next weekend, we had Oklahoma City coming down to Crete. We were supposed to go up to Oklahoma City.
Yep.
And then they were getting rain, and they have a grass field, so they came down to us.
Oh, yeah.
And we got to host our first series of the year. It was another 4-game set, all 7-inning games, and it was just a pitching masterclass. You had Caden Crawford, day one. Guy just went out and put his nuts on the table.
He sure did.
He had complete game, 11 strikeouts. I think one
Shutty.
run. It was a shutty.
It was a shutty.
One run, no run, shutout. Caden Crawford,
Yeah.
11 punches. I mean, that was electric stuff.
Oh, I mean, it was great. I mean, from the jump, I mean, it was just, it was unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other way to describe it. I mean, it's just Crawford doing Crawford things. I mean, he's been here for 4 years. You know, he knows the ropes. He knows his role. And, yeah, he pitched his ass off. And defense was working for him. And then, you know, we swung it well in that game. And, you know, a start like that to really kick off a series is just, that's huge, right? That carries a ton of momentum going forward. I think Oklahoma City didn't really know, like, a whole lot about us. I mean, we didn't know a whole lot about them necessarily. We haven't matched up with them in, I think it's like 2 years, right? 2.
And historically, a really good program.
Yeah, historically a very good program. So, like, I think both teams just didn't really know what to expect. And when you kind of have, like, a statement win like that to start off a series, it just carries on, and it's a ton of momentum. And then you saw it go through Riley Plummer, game 2, just, once again, just pitched his ass off.
Gritty,
Super
gritty.
W. I mean, this is a guy who just not going to blow you away. Just gets the job done, right? Like, he is just going to pitch his ass off. He's a workhorse, just gritty, fills up the zone extremely well. I mean, just unlimited strikes.
Limits damage with traffic. Does really good at when
absolutely.
Guys are on. You don't have to worry about him. He controls the running game, and he just lets his defense work behind him. Like you said, I mean, he just does a great job at throwing 4 pitches in the strike zone, and that plays at all levels, right?
And he's probably one of the most intimidating guys, like, to look at on a mound, because he is laser focused 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as start day happens for Riley Plummer, it's go time, and there is nothing getting in his way, nothing distracting him. It is all focus. It's all about pitch to pitch with him, and he just finds a way to get it done every time for us. I mean, he did it last year, freshman of the year. And now this year, I mean, he's putting on another great campaign to start off the year. So that was huge for us. And then game 3, rolling in.
Oh, yeah, game 3. I mean, Gabe Rodriguez comes out and just hurls another gem. Comes out and just,
I mean,
he just has a great 5-inning start. Punched out like 8, I think.
Yeah.
And then another great job by Cade Bridges coming in to finish the last 2 innings of the game. It got a little tight because we just didn't swing it very well. And honestly, shout out to Oklahoma City, their staff. We didn't really overlook them necessarily, but with their schedule, and we came in, and we were like, well, you know, they walk a lot of guys, and honestly, they turned it up for us. Like, they turned it on for our series, and they had at least 3 of their dudes were upper 8s, touching 90 with good breaking balls. I mean, they really kept us on our heels, and obviously, we got the better end of the stick with our pitching. We just outpitched them, honestly. Yeah. So Gabe pitched a great game. Bridges came in, shut it down. And then game 4, you know, it was the Nicholas Yard show. It was 7-inning, complete game. I believe 1 run.
1 run.
Yeah. 1 run. I mean, the guy just was inducing early contact. Defense was working. We were in a good rhythm all game. When you got guys playing as a team, I think that means a lot, especially when you've got, you know, outfield, infield, making plays, catchers making plays. Dreesen, shout out to his his first start of the season behind the dish. And Nick not walking guys. You know, the game starts to get in a rhythm, and you start to play with a lot more feel and relaxation. So, those are the games you want to play in. You don't want to play in the game where the guy's punching out 10, but he's walking 5, and your defense is constantly on their heels. Oh, yeah. You know, it gets a little bit tougher to find that rhythm that I'm talking about, but another great game, and obviously that capped off the 4-game sweep against Oklahoma City.
That did, and then also I want to highlight as well, game 2, Garrett Klein, 2nd save of the year, back-to-back weekends. I mean, the kid he's the closer. He is the closer.
I didn't see it out of this season, folks, that I would be in this position, but
I'll be.
Whatever Engel wants me to do, I'm just here to help the team out. If he wants me to be the 7th-inning bridge guy, if he wants me to get to Bridges, you know, if he wants me to bridge to Bridges, If he wants me to get the last out of the game, I don't give a damn. I'm all in for the Tigers.
We're getting it done.
I don't give a damn. You're getting 86, and you're gonna like it.
I mean, yeah, I've known Garrett for a long time now. Played with Garrett for a long time. I don't even know a specific year. But Garrett has always been a guy who just pitches just very efficiently, like very smooth and easy. It's never rushed. It's never out of sync. It's just very in tune, very in rhythm. He just doesn't get in a funk where it's just, and then the emotion that he brings to it as well, like the intensity that he brings, and it just gets the whole team just fired up to want to play behind him. But also with that, I mean, I never saw Garrett as a closer, and he's just doing it, and he's doing it very efficiently and very well. I've never seen Garrett be able to punch out this many guys in my entire life.
The draft stock's rising.
I mean, yeah. Watch out come July. Garrett Klein's probably going 1-1.
Well, and I think vice versa. I've known Nick forever, and obviously he had his injury history, and I didn't get to watch him a whole lot, but it was always like Nick came up, and we're just like, he's going to be the back-end guy, like the big power fastball. Guy's going to go out, and he's going to be getting saves for a program here shortly, and then now he's turned into the starter who just commands the zone. 3 pitches in the zone. Shout out to the cutter that came to play this year. Cutters came to play, baby. And watching you control the game, I think, is the biggest tell for me.
Oh, yeah.
I just think that over your career, I've seen you go from, being the guy who wants to overpower people with the fastball to where now you get into college and you're starting to get your feel again at your freshman, sophomore year, and you're starting to relearn how to pitch. And now you're to that point where it's like, now we're watching a guy who understands his repertoire, understands how to control the game, understands that he doesn't have to give everything every pitch.
Yeah.
And you allow your defense to work behind you because you trust in a good defense. And so it's just like vice versa. I mean, it's been awesome to see you mature into the type of starting pitcher that I never knew that you were going to be. I just thought you were going to be the bulldog closer. I thought you were going to just go out and just throw 100 by guys.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, it's definitely we've sort of switched roles in a sense where I don't think anyone would have saw me and Garrett be in the roles that we're in right now. But it's been fun, and we're excited for the rest of the year. And then to continue with the game, so this past week, I mean, just another mess of a week, basically, once again. But obviously, weather. Plays a huge role into that, especially, in February, right? So we have a huge series against Missouri Baptist. They're ranked 8th in the country at the time, or 12th?
Yeah, I think 8th, yeah.
8th in the country. And we're going on the road to play them for a 3-game set. Games get moved up, and then here comes the rain. We only get to play 1 game. And the plan was to play 1 game the first day and then play 2 games the following day. Well, the following day, once again, weather plays a role. Way too cold to play. Field wasn't in good condition. It gets banged. So we only end up playing 1 game against Missouri Baptist. And
at Maryville University.
At Maryville University, not even at their field. Yeah. We play at a D2 field.
Very nice field, by the way.
Super nice field. Shout out to Maryville.
Yeah, Maryville. Under the lights. I mean,
under the lights, too.
Park.
It was at like 6:30. Super long game. It was a 9-inning game, so it was a good taste of getting a 9-inning game under our belt. But we just came out and just swung it really well. I mean, they did give us, some runs here and there. I wouldn't say that defensively that they played their best game. I would say overall they didn't play their best, and it was the unfortunate part was not being able to play them for a 3-game set because I think, come day 2, they were going to come out, firing. It would have been a really intense, really good series. But at the end of the day, it was great to get a huge win there. I believe the final score was like 18-11.
Yeah, I think 11.
So, obviously with that score, I mean, as you could probably tell, a lot of just barrels from guys. Wind was blowing out, so that certainly helped to get some bombs. Shout out Tanner Nelson getting his first of the year, first of his Doane career.
Bangarang Rufio.
Oh, yeah. Great game by him. Coming back to
shout out to Grant Summers, 4 for 5 with 5 ribbies.
Grant Summers had a hell of a game, man. Just guys that, where we found a way to capitalize on runs. We kept it very tight at the beginning of the game, and then we started to pull away there, and then you could just feel the momentum just shift our way, and it just wasn't going to go back to them. And realistically, that's a game that we could have closed much earlier, but at the end of the day, like we found a way to win a big game, against a very talented team, and I mean that's really all I got to say about that.
Yeah,
So,
I think a testament to us is just how our guys didn't back down. Like we had, the wind was blowing out. Crawford ends up giving up a bomb in the first inning. We end up going down, I think 3, and then we go down 5, and it's like, well, now it's 5-1, and we just never backed down. We never wavered, knowing that we can hang with these dudes. The wind's blowing out for us just like it is for them, so we just gotta stay in rhythm and continue to swing and compete with them, and it's exactly what we did. And then we hit a rhythm, and they started walking guys. We would hit a gapper, then it's like guy kicks a ball, then another walk, then a gapper, then a homer, and it's like we figured out a way to put pressure on them even when the ball wasn't rolling our way out the gate. So being able to continually just compete your ass off when the game's not going your way, when the weather's not going your way. You could make excuses all day long. We were getting squeezed in the strike zone, for Crawford. But just being able to do away with all the excuses and just go back to, hey, man, focus on us. What can we control? We can control putting together quality at-bats, competing on the mound, trying to figure out a way to get outs even when we don't have our best stuff or the umpire's squeezing us. So that was awesome. I mean, you don't score 18 runs by accident.
Right.
That's kind of what I want to get at, too, is, I mean, we can talk about their defensive miscues all day, but we had defensive miscues too, and we still put up almost 3 touchdowns. So shout out to NAI ball, by the way. We were the series of the week. Obviously, we didn't get to play a full series, but it's awesome to see NAI ball getting coverage from those guys, and obviously we're a lot more of a minuscule podcast than they are right now.
Yeah.
But shout out to them, always providing awesome just content for the NAI baseball world. They've got their own rankings. They got a whole crew that does a lot of coverage over NAI baseball. So it's been awesome to have those guys and have their in-depth analysis to our series when we were going in there. That was cool. Nick got a little bit of love. Crawford got a little bit of love. So it was cool. It was cool to see us on a podcast, a real podcast. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool for those guys because obviously NAI ball isn't something, or NAI baseball, NAI in general isn't something that's like wildly covered or anything, right? Like, so it's not something that a lot of people know about, like a lot of people really necessarily care about. And it's a group of guys that, really, love baseball and love, watching baseball, love talking about baseball, very similar to us. And it's definitely cool to, be playing at this level, be playing, good baseball, and we're the series of the week, and you get a shout out from these guys talking about us, right? Like that feels good. So yeah, I mean, overall, great week.
Great start to the season.
Great start to the season, and we're going to carry it on this weekend with Clark, and we'll tune you guys in for
So
after that.
we got Clark coming in here, just to do a little bit of a scan on them. By the way, shout out to the pair ratings, I believe is what they're called.
Yes.
Very cool website that does the ratings for every team in any level outside of JUCO.
Yeah.
They have
D1,
tons
D2,
of metrics
D3.
that they do that they can use to rank teams and look at how they've been performing this year. So right now on the pair ratings, we are 11th in the country. So we've been playing some good ball. And Clark is number 109 on the season. But that doesn't really tell the story. They do have a quad 1 win against Concordia last week. So that was a big win for them. Obviously, we play Concordia soon, so that's going to be a good game for us, big series for us. Always want to take those guys' heads. But, yeah, I mean, they obviously took a game from them, and so we can't really take them lightly. They've got a good staff is what we've heard. So they're gonna bring some firepower. I mean, there's just no reason to write off a team, especially this early in the year.
Sure.
They're 3-7, but it's like they've been playing a tough schedule. They've played Concordia, Central Methodist, Judson. So they've got quality games under their belt, and they're coming to us. So we just gotta continue to do our thing, just continue to play our game. Understand that when we're playing our type of baseball, and we know that we can fill up a zone and swing our asses off and play quality defense, we're going to be able to take down anybody that we see. So I think just playing with confidence and understanding that we're a good team. There was obviously questions. You're getting a little bit of media buzz. You're getting this. You're getting that. We were ranked third in the conference rankings, so maybe you have a little bit of doubt that we're not all that, and then you go out and you beat a couple ranked teams and you compete and you beat the teams that you know you should beat, and you go on the road and beat a really good team. Now we should be able to carry that momentum into the rest of the season. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think for these guys too, going against Clark, I think, especially with the way that we've started out the year, 3 ranked wins, just taking care of what we need to do. That kind of puts a target on our back, and teams are going to walk in and want to beat us, right? Like they want to be able to take us down, right? So for us, we can't let anything get to our heads. We can't let what we did already affect what we're trying to do now and for the future. We just got to take every game one step at a time and just understand that we have a very talented team. This is a great group of guys that have gelled really well together, have come together as a family, and we have to understand, playing for each other and looking at it game by game, that it's going to create a lot of really good things for us this year. So we can't take anyone lightly. We just got to understand if we play our game, I would bet on us every single time.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that pretty much wraps it up as far as baseball goes.
Yeah.
So
it's been a good little start to the year, and excited to keep you guys updated on the series that come along. We're going to try to be a little bit more consistent after we now that we don't have hopefully another disease going through the team, and hopefully we can get on a consistent schedule as the weather starts to get a little bit nicer. So we're looking to bring you guys some more episodes coming here shortly.
Content.
And not to mention, obviously we had a lot of baseball to cover tonight, just from us, but we're gonna have more content. We're gonna have MLB stuff, D1 stuff, the D1 world. We can even touch on that a little bit. Talk about an absolute shocking start to the season. Everybody's losing, so that's awesome.
Everybody's losing.
It was a midweek last night, and just I think 3 top 5 teams lost.
Yeah, I believe Arkansas, LSU,
UCLA.
Yeah. So obviously baseball is definitely one of those sports. It's not like football, right? Where it's a short schedule, and it's like, okay, Alabama's just not going to lose to Akron or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, these big schools aren't going to lose to mid-majors come Saturday. But when it's baseball, it's a long season. You got a guy on the mound who fills up the zone well and, competes his ass off. Anything can happen, right? So, and especially for midweeks, some big schools can kind of take teams for granted and just overlook it and kind of say, okay, it's a midweek, it's whatever. We're more focused on the weekend series. But for those mid-major teams, it definitely creates a buzz for them, because later on in the year, when they're trying to fight for a spot for a regional, they can look back and say, hey, we beat LSU, or we had a big series win against Tennessee. Last weekend with Tennessee losing to
Kent State,
right? Like, that's a team. In no world should Tennessee lose a series to Kent State, right? At home as well. So, and for Kent State, that's huge, right? And they can carry that momentum throughout the year and hopefully win their conference. And then even if they don't, right, those quality wins carry on throughout the season, and it earns them a bid into a regional. So those kind of things. Baseball is such a long season, and for the Division I level, there's just a lot of chaos that can happen, and a lot of things that can carry your team into getting a spot in the postseason. So it's going to be a really exciting year. Well,
the thing that I was really happy to see, not to get on too much of a tangent, wrapping up the episode, but I think that with the NIL growth and the evolution of NIL and how it's affecting all of college sports, I was a little worried that with all these dudes getting to the Power 5 programs and they're chasing the money and they're chasing whatever the opportunity is, which I totally understand, it worried me that there was going to be too much of a imbalance of power sort of thing. like how all the talent was going to be in the SEC or all the talent's going to be in the Big 12, and then all these mid-major schools just wouldn't be able to compete. But there it shows right there. I mean, Kent State
100%.
going in and beating Tennessee, who's got probably 5 or 6 draft picks just on that team alone. Kent State would probably be lucky to get a single guy drafted.
Mm-hmm.
They go on the road to Knoxville, knock them off. I mean, that shows you that there is surely talent that gets overlooked, and that talent is still out there, which is really reassuring to me. Same thing for Troy going in tonight, beating Georgia.
I didn't even
you
see
had McNeese beating LSU at Alex Box Stadium. I mean, that's just reassuring to a guy who is a diehard college sports guy and cares about college sports and the authenticity of college sports and what
100%.
it brings in terms of allowing those kind of small market, smaller schools with no NIL fund to be able to compete with the schools that got millions of dollars in NIL to allocate over their 40 players on the roster. Yeah. So it was cool to see that, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more buzz throughout the season, but we'll make sure to keep you guys in the loop because it's going to be every week.
Yeah, well
Games
said.
got going on all the time.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know Troy won tonight against Georgia. Shout out to Skylar Meade.
Oh, there you go.
That's my guy, so shout out to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think that wraps it up from us. I do want to just quickly say before we wrap this up, and we're going to talk about this next episode, but 46 years, and we finally got our gold. So shout out to the USA men's hockey team. Freebird was playing all week long, baby. That's right. We took down the Canadians. America, baby. That's right.
We kick butt.
Yeah.
We kick Russian butt. We kick Canadian butt.
Hell yeah.
We kick butt.
So sorry for my roommates and our teammates that are Canadian, but man, it's just so sweet.
Get ready to learn miles and Fahrenheit, buddy.
So shout out to Jack Hughes, man, getting it done. The golden goal for us, man, was just amazing. Getting his tooth knocked out earlier in the game and then comes back to just bury one home to give us the gold medal. So
how about the Secretary of Defense as well?
Yeah. I mean, you
I don't know what the guy's name is.
Connor Hellebuck, man.
Hellebuck.
I mean, dude, Hellebuck he's the best goaltender in the world, and I think that solidifies it. I believe he had like 42 saves on the game, letting in only one. It's absurd. And I mean, he stood on his head the entire game. I don't want to get too much into it. We're going to get into it next episode, but Connor Hellebuck, man, that is an American hero. He's going to go down in the history books. So I mean, yeah, you gotta love it.
Absolutely.
You gotta love it. USA Hockey. This is huge for USA Hockey. So I'm so happy for it. Yeah, proud to be an American.
Absolutely.
And those boys were, I loved. Again, I don't want to get too much into it, but I just loved how after the game was over, just how proud they were. It wasn't about themselves. They were very, very, outspoken with saying just how proud they were to be an American and to represent this country because it's the greatest country in the world, man.
Absolutely.
They're just proud to wear their red, white, and blue and represent their country and bring home a gold for us. So, that was just beautiful to watch.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a hell of an episode here.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to tune in next week as we will, mark my words, we will be back.
We will be back.
We are not going to be worrying about the schedule at all, hopefully. God willing, the weather stays doing what it's doing, staying hot, getting warmer. But we're going to be out in Kansas next week anyway, so you never really know what's going to go on. But make sure to like, follow, subscribe.
Do all of the above.
Do all the things on all the social media.
You guys
we got
already
a
know.
TikTok, we got YouTube, we got Instagram.
Yeah, check us out.
Check us out. Shout out to NAI Ball as well. Just drop a follow if you guys want. And we'll be seeing you guys next week. So without further ado,
until next time.
See ya.